I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power. Hey, look at my dogs. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it?
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Carry now for Dalvin Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and 9. Cousins gives way to Cook. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph, for a Viking first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. from LSU, that's Justin Jefferson. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Minnesota Vikings.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU, and Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him is his ability to play the ball in the air, and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 2nd down, Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and
2. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Cousins. Traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. This will be caught by Brown. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Handoff to Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got Evans. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Hendricks in on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
Jackson's pass complete to Darrington Evans. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Henry out of the pistol. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run forward Henry, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Cousins. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 43.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Tackle made by Jayon Brown.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods. I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 16 yards, a 1st down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st down, Tennessee.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Evans. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 38. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
3rd and inches.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The pickup of 5 yards. First down, Tennessee.
First down, Titans.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. On the tackle defensively, Jaleel Johnson.
Brought down at the 30.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson on the screen. This is Evans. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 32-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here, because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
On the carry.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 8 yards there. First down, Tennessee.
8 yards.
We tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Are you crediting your defense?
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to him and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left. And still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
3rd down.
Throwing is Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They'll run on first down with Evans. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
At the 44-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Here's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The ball carrier.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 26-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. This is Henry, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
Well, it took a while to get anything on the scoreboard, but we finally have our first points of the contest.
So the question now becomes, can they make this one stand up? And the way that these defenses have played, those 3 points almost look like 30, don't they?
Yeah, those 3 points look like a miracle right now. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 15-yard line.
Second and 12. To throw his Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe when you look at the interception thrown by Cousins. Picked by Kevin Byard. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2-by-2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Henry. There he goes inside the 30. And all the way down to the 5. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's first and goal. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? On second down, here's Henry. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on fourth and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shamar Stephen and the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up. Also knowing that he has faith in his defense, that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed. The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throw over the middle, taken in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He's going to let it fly. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. We talk about making winning plays. That is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's got room. Derrick Henry all alone. 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry.
Touchdown.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And a penalty flag is down here. The kick no good, but they may have sold out a bit too much for the block. Looked like they made contact with him on the follow-through. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Vikings nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. That'll be complete to Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Complete to Dalvin Cook. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
Now Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And not all W's are created equal, CD. And this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.
So for the Titans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to